Okay guys, it's definitely time for another build update. As you can see, the lower surface is now completely painted with the AK white, the 3rd gen white. Also here, what happened here? Baby? Oh yeah. Also here I had to sand away a bit and I have to go over it again. So there will be a very short session with the white again. I also could paint these parts here. The nozzles are not assembled yet, as you can see. So I painted the interior green because when they're placed here, the landing gear sticks out and you can see through. So you have to paint this as well with the interior green. Speaking of the nozzles, here, I don't know if I have already shown you. Let me just put the light here. I put some more of the fishing weights in here, just at the top end. So when this will be placed here, it will be closer to the nose than the landing gear. So I hope this will be sufficient weight then to keep the nose down. Okay, I guess, yeah, I think so. It feels quite heavy. Gotta say, it took a few coats of the white to get this coverage here. It's nice. It's exactly how I wanted it. Like almost more looking gray looking than white. And yeah, this bothers me, bro. Okay. I prepared these parts here. Next step will be a quick coat of glossy lucky varnish. I like this because you don't have to mix it, you just shake it and apply it in your airbrush straight from the bottle. Okay, so these parts are ready for a gloss coat, as well as those here, parts of the engine. And yeah, you know, these I sprayed first with, what was it? Steel or aluminum. And then the satin black over it. And now if I want to highlight it, all I gotta do is this. Rub it. I don't need any product, you know? I don't need a brush. I don't need dry brush paint. I just use my finger as a tool. And now have a look. You can see the effect. It's like highlighted. Because, you know, I rubbed the black paint away and underneath there is steel. Alright, Rusty gang, so here's an update, a build update after I just finished the paint job actually. Well, not completely, there is one color still missing, that is the dark green around the edges of the wing. But I did the two main colors, like white on the lower surface and olive drab on the upper surface. I just finished the olive drab in some sections. I had to do it in several sections because yeah, we have this wave line here. And it goes actually all along the entire fuselage half. And of course, oh shit, what am I doing, man? Hold on. Yeah, great. Spill the beer. Oh man, hold on. What the hell? It's just water from the can. Oh man. Oh. Pre-shading on the lower surface turned out pretty nice. It was a good thing I didn't do the panel line shading too dark, that I didn't use black, but just a dark gray. Otherwise, it would have been too dark. Like this, it's pretty nice. Well, look. It took a lot of coats of the olive drab to get it onto this stage. Especially with, yeah, I mean, some of the Vallejo paints are, you know, when you thin them down, you have to be very careful when you start painting with them, especially the first few coats. What you have to do is lay down the first coat very thin, let it dry. Second coat very thin again, just a quick touch, a quick pass, and that's it. And only, you know, after a few coats you can start building up the color. Don't expect it to have any color when you spray it on the first time. It should be a very thin coat that you hardly can see. Also here I think the pre-shading worked out pretty fine. I got a little beige tone here on the ailerons and that blue-green tone where I wanted to have the distressed areas, like these areas here or here. Yeah, beautiful. I'm quite happy with it so far. And I'm also happy that I remembered that I still got the small parts of the landing flap, which are gonna be assembled right here. Yeah, after the first gloss coat, maybe I can, I don't know, let's see. So now I'm gonna leave this, let it dry, leave it for tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll start working with the dark green. This is really the best way to mask something like a wave line, or I don't know, I think I will use this more in general. Use Patafix, these rolls, to mask it. It's so fast, it's so easy. Yeah, I've just seen in a lot of reference photos that often there's a slight fade. You know, it's not like a cut between the two main colors or between colors. It's a slight fade. And here with the US dark green, I really made just a slight coat, you know, a light coat. I didn't want the dark green to be really strong. Some points that, you know, you always can see it, but it's not that clear where the line is between the dark green and the olive drab. So I thinned it down quite good and sprayed it on in very thin coats. Now, you know, to save time but still have some type of weathering, I was experimenting a bit with the shaders. I have a set of different colors of the shaders from MOMIG, and I use them partially, but I just thought that, yeah, why not just, instead of doing different layers of weathering, just use different colors, different types of shaders. And that's what I did. You saw the paints I used, all a bit like in the same range, just to create a interesting looking, you know, shading around the engines. To seal everything, I did another gloss coat. I mean, look at this. This is worn out. Get a new one. Ah, that's more like it. And the way I painted those with very thin coats of this smoke black, I think it was, sprayed on in a certain angle. Now I realize that when I touch it, you know, the paint is going off and the silver is coming through. Like, yeah, you see it here. These chippings, these are real chippings where the paint came off. Same over here. Yeah, it's even more visible here. See, I didn't chip anything. This is the black, which I chipped away by touching it, just by touching it. So I'm quickly going to cover it with a coat of Lucky Gloss varnish, just to keep it this way before I start masking it, because I'm sure if I mask it now in this state, the black will tear off when I remove the mask, minimum. So again here, seal the work with some Lucky Glossy varnish, poured into the airbrush cup, straight out of the bottle. You don't have to mix it. That's the beautiful thing about the Ammo Glossy Lucky varnish. I'm finishing all the clear parts. These are very beautiful here, and this one is retracted because for the landing operation, the aircraft would retract this one. Then this is the upper one. It was movable, now it's not movable anymore because I had to glue it in place. It was fitting quite good without glue, but I was still afraid that, you know, when I move the model around, yeah, the possibility is still there that it drops, and I didn't want to risk anything. Now here I'm really in the final steps of the build. You know, assembling all the clear parts, assembling the propellers, and then the landing gear. And, you know, after the landing gear, I was really urging to do that because I was really curious if I have enough weight in the nose so the aircraft can stand like it should be and not, you know, fall down and nose up. So here's the big moment. Here's the big moment. Shh. So I hope this will be sufficient weight then to keep the nose down. Okay, I guess, yeah, I think so. It feels quite heavy. All right, Rusty gang, time for the final build update. Okay, the model is finished. It's all done. I already took the pictures and sent my submission to Ace of Spades Modelworks for the group build. So this was a twin engine group build, that's why I chose the Airfix B-25. It's a very wonderful kit. The kit is really great. It's very nicely detailed. The fitting is very good. The molding is lovely. Just the way it's designed is very cool. And yeah, there are a few small minor points, but all in all, it's a very great kit. And I think this one here absolutely is Rustyscale approved. Now, what did I do? I finished the rigging. Let me see if the camera can catch it. You see it here. There's one line going to this antenna and another one from this stabilizer. So yeah, here. And also one which connects the two antennas here. Also all the clear parts. Here, this one here, the tail one. The tail one is a bit, I don't know, sprinkled with white dots. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe, I don't know, during the procedure of, I don't know exactly doing what. The nose gun here, I provided it from breaking during all the 2 months of the build. But in the very last moment, when I wanted to lift the model up to take it to the photo booth, I broke it. Then, what is the most important? I want to say, for everybody who is planning to build this kit, because it's a wonderful kit, this kit, the Airfix A06015, is Rustyscale Approved. Now, what I want to say is Airfix was not kidding when they said you have to place 25 grams here in the nose to keep the nose down. Because I didn't do it. I couldn't place 25 grams in there. I don't know how you do this. And as you saw, it didn't stand. Now it stands, and you maybe wonder how. What did you do? Ha! I had an idea. Let me show you. We got those hatches open so the crew can enter the aircraft from underneath. I glued this window just at the end of the hatch. So now this thing is stabilizing. You know? Here. Now you can see it. It's down here. That's the only reason why the nose is not going up. And the good thing is that on the photos you can hardly see it. You just need to have the hatch at the back end open so you can glue a window to it, okay? What beautiful is here when I have the hatch open and on top there's the window so you can see through the entire aircraft here. And also here, I think, right? Yeah, through those two windows. You can see through them. Very beautiful. Very nice. The wheels, so funny. I painted the wheels by hand. And when I finished the kit and put away the box, I found the Edward masks for the wheels. But I hand painted them. Something I like to do. The landing gear has to hold a lot of weight. They are not that tight. You have to place it very carefully. Also, when I was doing the photo shooting, you know, every time I touch it, I feel like I will break one of the landing gear. So that's it. I really enjoyed this build a lot. Also participating in this group build. It's a very cool group build. And yeah, I'm just happy to be part of it. I'm happy I did this Airfix kit. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.